I feel so I write. I feel so I write not to be right. I write not to be right but to express my broken self. Glass I see myself. Once it experiences something greater than itself, it breaks. See, this ink is full. So let the words flow. I write about yesterday today because yesterday we were praying about today, but today we wish we could have turned back the hands of time. But it's impossible. As I continue to write, I hear voices of broken souls, both men and women. I heard a man cry. He said he's tired of being invulnerable, confiding in words in Dotaikali. He looks at his hands, shaking, says his hands meant to protect her existence took her life. I shed a tear, calming myself. Then I heard a woman crying. She cried, and her voice sounded like a broken trumpet. Hands that were meant to protect her, signed her face with wounds, screaming help, while lips were sentenced to silence. She said asking for help was like whispering silence into deaf ears. They never listened. I feel so I write. I write about things to happen. Some call me a prophet, so allow me to find myself first before I could hold that title. Allow me to continue writing, but if the ink stops, please allow my tears to continue with the story. I write not to be right. I feel so I write. I write about the little boy in me constantly crying, seeking help. A wave from hate saying, come this side, I have everything you need pure. Little boy asked, can you bring back my daddy? No, hate speaks, but I can give you all the pain you need. Cry and try to connect with your fury. Love blinds, but hate gives sight. But how? How when the end result is this pen dying and tears having the conclusion? I feel so I wrote.
Birth and death are two elementals of human experience. They are no different to each other. It is so unbearable that sometimes the bones feel like stone, so hard to crack than fine when wondered by the nature of the world. Everything feels strange when everything changes, but they say change and growth is part of life, I guess. As different as we are, we get to learn life through unknown being from a whole different place, with different tastes of life, yet with the same intention of life, to create moments, emotions, thoughts, and whatever life brings. Is there ever enough of what life is teaching, how it should be handled? As people come and go, in the end we trust and hope to build something. It's about family, and family is about who you choose to love. We are all passing through life. As the ages pass, we find ourselves in us. I was a mixture of being happy and sad, and I was trying to figure it all out. All these emotions, feelings, words, and thoughts, what they all meant. I can heal all I want and no longer be emotionally attached to someone, but still feel that ache in my chest when something reminds me of them, because deep down I now understand why I was treated wrong. I was only trying to make them happy. I believed in the kind of love that does not demand me to prove my worth and sit in anxiety. I crave natural connection where my soul is able to recognize a feeling of home in another one. Something more free willing. In the process of my growth, lessons and concerns, I knew I had to fight something that was so near but difficult to find. At times I felt blank. I felt like I became so blind and still hope to see what the world and nature holds. I lost the plenty people I loved so dearly, only to find those who did not need me. Or maybe I just did not lose them. Just like money, they came and intended to leave. It becomes so hard to find the real ones. Then I'm just a living imitation of fake within myself. What I could not carry myself just left my soul to bear it all. What my mind could no longer bear anymore, my heart thought it could handle it all. I lost control of the things I did not have to work so hard to have. But deep down, deep down, deep inside, I still needed to be molded, be taught to unmask the pain, the joy, depression, and reality. I kneeled down so I can enjoy the last exchange of words from both my creators. Kept asking for a sign until the depths of my tears couldn't bear my weakness anymore. I feel, so I write. Why did I care what people say about me from the start when their opinion did not have helped me anyway? I've been blessed with love, care, and yet the monster inside me say I shall not dare. I feel, so I wrote.